Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game.
Texas.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So the Jacksonville State Gamecocks offense comes on the field to open this game. I love being in Miami for the Orange Bowl. So much history and tradition. So many championships have been won in this game. But Kirk, they've been playing this since 1935. Can you tell me who won that first Orange Bowl?
You know what's funny is I actually asked the Sunshine Scooter, who's from Miami, just in case you might ask me that question, so I have an answer. Miami played the Bison of Bucknell, and Bucknell upset them. Talk about a team coming out of left field, pulling off an upset even back then. But who would have guessed how much this game in the college football world would change since then?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets into space at the 50. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Now it's second down here. Dropping back, it's King. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's first and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Great cut there. And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory, down to the 49. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice creep.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Running out of time in the pocket. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
On this winds up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll kick it away from the 20. And here's the return.
Return brings it out to the 32. And your Texas Longhorns.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, look at the quick cut.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. Here's the second down play.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Signs a quick throw. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And looking to throw now on first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Aiming for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
And sometimes you know the quarterback's going to run the ball. You put your defense in position, and he still gets yards. In fact, he makes them pay for it. Gets all the way to the end zone.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. Remember the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. Ball handed off.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. And the tailbacks got it again. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. We reach the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, it's King. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. Got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Throws it to the right. He's got it for a big gain. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Longhorns are in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to chuck it again. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. Longhorns come up to the line in a hurry-up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. 4th down. He's throwing for it. He stays alive. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
That's a quarterback who's willing his team to find a way to win. 4th and goal, everything covered, and instead of trying to squeeze it in, he trusts his legs to get it into the end zone, and it pays off.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Point after makes the lead 16. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Texas.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. We're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep it.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And it's intercepted. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
Running back has it on the screen now. Jukes to get past a man. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screenplay works.
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once the back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
The game moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He lets it go. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Not much on that play. Brought down short.
Cristiano, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The Longhorns come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Man, that's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense. Job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. And now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Looking downfield, it's King. Fires it to the wideout. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And the ball is hauled in. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. And he'll set up to throw. Makes a quick grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And the defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. The field goal is good.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Just one more play before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. That's a bullet over the middle. And it's incomplete, a last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint. Regardless the score, And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the Jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. Return begins inside the 10. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
Takes the handoff. It's Hill.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Close to the tight end. The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
It's hard running there through a tackle. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Important second down play coming up. To the air, it's King. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. He was on target the first time. Can he keep it going from 33 yards out? And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. The Longhorns offense takes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And the runner takes off to his right. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the first down.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
It's an out route, the catch made. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. Ball carrier in space now. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll run it here. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Here we go, third down. Defense needs to stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. On third down, he drops to throw. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short. That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
Back to throw. It's King. Receiver makes the catch. Second down after that completion. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Try and muscle for the first down. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. Punt team ready to boot it away. Now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. So down by multiple possessions here, the offense will try to convert here on fourth down. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs to the offense, first down.
For the offense.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And this pass is on target, caught. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. The catch makes it a more manageable third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's caught downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Offense has reached the red zone now. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Eludes a tackle.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid game.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
It's an option look. Pitch to the back. Making people miss. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Longhorns are looking to keep this drive going. On the run, it's Hill. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down play coming up. They're going to run the option. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backup.
The Longhorns will have 1st and 10 here. They'll hand it off. Got a lane. Can he get in? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice
touchdown, Texas. This offense is still clicking.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game. Up 17. Tackle at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds, but the defense was short of the 1st down marker. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. to pass. It's King. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
They bring him down at the 45, and a solid gain to keep this drive going. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down. They're going to throw the football. Looking for the wideout. And he's got it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Now the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense that they might want to...
Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. No chance to catch it.
Chris, this is a great touchdown by the quarterback and receiver, but I just can't help but think this is why defensive coordinators work so hard on the pursuit drill. Better effort from the collective defense might have prevented that from being a touchdown.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This game is not over yet. We'll see how the offense plays it. They love to choose some clock here, but they can't get too... And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He's got his man in the open field. He's found some room at the 45. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. And now they'll just clock it to freeze the time. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? To the air. It's King. And that one's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? Inside the 10. And he's into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. This might be coming back. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. The extra point is good. May stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team will tackle him as the clock runs out. That will wrap up this game. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenge